YouTube, Mr. King coming at you live from the classroom today. I have a practice question for you on alpha radiation. Okay, so nitrogen is going to release a helium atom, and what mystery element if it undergoes alpha radiation? Okay, try and figure it out. What is this mystery element going to be? Pause the video now. Try and remember based on the last video. Okay, so hopefully you remember that these two numbers have to add to 14 and these two have to add to 7. So 4 plus blank equals 14 and 2 plus blank equals 7. So what you can do, you can subtract. 14 minus 4 equals 10, 7 minus 2 equals 5. So we use that information, mainly this bottom one. The bottom number indicates the number of protons, and protons determine what element it is. So what you can do is you can look up on the periodic table element number 5, and then you'll see that it's letter B for boron. That was the mystery element, and the boron isotope weighs 10, and the element is number 5. Okay, so that's what nitrogen degrades to if it undergoes alpha radiation. So today, you're going to be comparing the types of radiation and point out the flaws of radiation in the media. Okay? Cool. So we're going to continue on the notes that we did on Wednesday from my last video. And now we're going to be covering the other two types of radiation. The first one is beta. Okay? So beta radiation releases an electron and changes a neutron into a proton. That's why it's a -1. It's a -1 because whatever element is released will gain a proton because the neutron changed into a proton. So please write that down and draw a picture of beta radiation. Okay? It releases a lowercase e for electron. And beta radiation is a medium danger level. So beta radiation can enter your skin, but it'll usually be stopped after around an inch inside your skin. Okay? And you can stop it with a sheet of aluminum or a sheet of like a stronger metal. Okay? So it's more powerful than alpha, but it's not as powerful as gamma. It's right in the middle. Okay, we're going to do another practice question. What is this mystery element? But this time it's going to be with beta radiation instead of alpha. So look closely at the numbers. What will these numbers be? And then use the bottom one, the protons, to figure out what element it is. Okay, please pause the video now and try and figure it out. Hopefully you noticed these two numbers should add together. So 235 plus 0 is 235. And this one will be larger because the neutron turned into a proton. So it'll be one more proton. So 93 plus -1 equals 92. So the mystery element is neptunium. Please write that formula down so you know how beta decay works. Okay? And we're going to have a little sneak peek to after the break. Waves give off energy. Okay? And not all waves give off the same amount of energy. Waves that are really big are slow. So here's the ranking of waves and their safety and energy. So radio waves, that's what they give off in TV and radio. Those are very harmless. Microwaves and phone waves are a little bit stronger. Then infrared, a little bit stronger than that. Those are what come from heating your home. Visible light has a fair amount of energy, and that's what produces color. The next one is ultraviolet. And the reason why they have sunglasses is because that's what the sun gives off. The sun gives off UV, or ultraviolet radiation. The next strongest one is X-rays. X-rays will go through your skin, but they'll stop at your bone. That's why they use it for X-rays. And the very strongest type of radiation is gamma rays. That's what's released by stars, and we used it in medicine to kill cancer cells. Okay? This spectrum is called the electromagnetic spectrum. Next, this is the last and the most dangerous type of radiation. It is gamma radiation. And it can only be blocked with lead, and we use biohazard suits to make sure that the gamma radiation does not hurt our cells. But there won't be a formula for this one because gamma radiation does not really change the element. Okay? So That's the last thing you need to know. Please draw a picture for something to represent gamma radiation. And I want you to think of a question you still have. There's a lot that I haven't covered about radiation, but I want you to write a question for it. Because you're going to do a research project on radiation. Okay? You're going to go over an example of when radiation is misrepresented. Like in this episode of Family Guy, when the Griffins get toxic waste on them and they end up getting superpowers. Okay? So you're supposed to show a clip of when the media is unrealistic. TV or movies are unrealistic, and you'll show what actually would happen in a project. That is the last thing. After you take the notes, please start working on your radiation project. Okay? Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with me. Have a great Monday.